Cisco routers. What is it? What is a router and what it does? We can compare the router with the wall in the building. Wall in the building isolate one room from another room. We know that. And routers isolate one network from another network. But additionally, routers can do routing functions. That's why they called routers. We have routers everywhere, at home, at office, everywhere. Wherever there is internet, there are routers. For example, take our home or small office. We have router. Not necessarily Cisco, any brand router. This router usually if we take our home or small office, usually these routers have two interfaces. Okay, this is internal interface, this is external interface. Internal interface is connected to our internal network where all our gadgets connected to. We have access point here, we have our smartphones, we have desktop computers, we have laptops, etc, etc. Okay, all our devices connected to this network, and this network number, for example, 1110, this is our network, and all our devices connected to this network. This is one side, this is one interface, internal interface of our router. Our router also has external interface. To this external interface, our ISP provider network is connected to. ISP, internet provider, internet service provider. It's connected to our router's external interface. Of course, we have here another network, provider's network. For example, 2220. We have here provider's router and our router connected to this provider's router. Okay, in this scenario, our router splits two networks, one from another, right? So it isolate one network from another network, but at the same time, it provides a routing between our network and provider's network, because without routing functions, we wouldn't have access to the internet. No routing, no internet, right? So this router provides routing between these two interfaces. So after finally we have access to the internet. And at the same time, a router blocks any connection from external interface to our internal interface. It blocks everything here. So as you can see, router blocks and provides, blocks connections and creates routes between networks. But if we take mid-size or large-size companies, mid-size and large-size companies usually have more than routers in those companies usually have more than two interfaces. They have several interfaces. For example, in this scenario, if we'll take our mid-size company, this router has 4 interfaces. This interface, external interface, is connected to the ISP, network 1110. This interface is connected to the department, for example, sales department. Okay, 2220. This interface is connected to the accounting department. For example, this is a network ID 3330, and this interface is connected to the HR department. Network ID 4440. As you can see, we have here 4 networks, and this router split them and isolate them from each other. So in this case, of course, if we don't want these two networks to communicate with each other, we can block connection between them using our firewall, using our router. But in the same time, if we want these two networks to communicate with each other, we can create routing between them in our router. So, of course, for all these networks, all these three networks, to get access to the internet, we should create routing for these networks so that they can use internet. Of course, we are taking these three networks and create routing to this interface, so everyone in these networks can access internet without any problem. That's how it works. So for your home lab, you can, here in the picture below, you can see several series of routers, several models of routers. This series, Cisco 1600, 1700, 1800, 1900, they're a little cheaper than these ones. You can buy them from eBay and use at your home lab. This model is Cisco 1921. It's a good model, simple model and good model, very silent model. This series Cisco 2600, 2800, 2900, they are a little better. They're a little better than this one, of course. The price of these devices are a little higher than of these devices, of course, because they are more better, more complex. And here you can see some models of this Cisco series. 2610 has one port, 10 megabits Ethernet port. This model 2611 has two 10 megabit ports, but these models have 100 megabits Ethernet ports. Of course, they are more expensive than this one. I suggest you to use this series of Cisco devices in your home lab. Of course, we have more cheaper devices. I'll go through it with you later. But in this picture, if you decide to choose which device to use in your home lab, I suggest you to use one of these series, because what you see here, this device is used in mid-size or large-size companies. They are big devices. They are very loud devices. I mean noisy devices. Of course, they are more expensive devices. As you can see in the pictures, they have special ports for models. For example, we can put here some switch cards, additional switch ports here. We can put here some voice cards, some WIC cards or WIC cards, for example. We can put a lot of models here to this device. The last device you see in the picture is Cisco 7204 VXR, or this series 7200, 7300, 7600. Usually ISP internet service providers use this kind of devices. Of course, they're more noisy and very expensive devices. So you can choose one of these or one of these devices for your home lab. That's it for now. Thanks for watching.